Dead Light by Semtex. Alright. Alright. Interesting visuals. I'm digging it so far. Like the neon sidebars for these roads. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted. Oh, shoot. Okay. Tight loop. The environment of this level is really cool. Semtex is quite good at that kind of thing, though. So it shouldn't be a surprise, but it's like, you still gotta appreciate it. Uh-oh. I maybe could have shortcut that, but I think I've lost my chance of making it back, yeah. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm actually going to recover this. But let's see how far close I failed to get to doing that. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm carrying a lot of speed here. Alright. Let's not repeat that again. Alright. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Died in a different way this time. At least there's some variety, right? Oh, what? I thought I was holding the key before I even jumped that time. Did I not do what I thought I did? I feel like I should have been able to make that transfer. Oh, well, I have wings. This is a revelation. Uh-oh. No, okay. Not coming back from that one, alright. Problem is my jump time is not ideal for those transfers. Need to wait when I'm fully on. Oh shit. Yep, here's road. Ah, the end. Yeah, this is a cool track. It's just thematically, it's got it. It's got what you want from crazy, weird environment stuff. And the track itself is not bad either. It's very classic Semtex track design. And yet, something about the speed and the tightness of it does feel like it's a more difficult one of his tracks. Like, it's very recognizably Semtex, but it's not like literally just everyone in a different environment. It's like, now that actually felt good bit harder than I'm remembering, at least. Anyways, Block by L4V4. Name I don't believe I have ever seen, so let's see what they got. Description: all hail the Block. But why should I? Sloppy of me. Playing for a totally unrecognized name, the track design, like the way it's playing, feels pretty decent. Oh my god, and they're actually marking things. The environment's looking like a lot of like the preset props and stuff, but it's like put together decently well. I don't think there's anything wrong with alternate path maybe up there. Like this so far feels like a very competently made level. I'll admit, I find it a little bit surprising from a totally unknown to me author. Since, you know, I've been doing this workshop weekly thing for a good little bit now. When a name comes out of nowhere, I'll admit, more than this case, I was assuming it was probably going to be a new person. I think I would recommend this. Yeah, play it again, because I definitely saw an alternate route thing. Like, this track isn't striking me as anything spectacular or crazy, but it's solid. It's solid and competently made. We could use a few more hazards, like that saw blade. It's like, were there even any other saw blades in the map? Why is there just one? Could we maybe get a few more? Like, there aren't really many on-road hazards here. That's something I'm noticing. Well, not that every track needs them or anything, but it feels weird when you got like one or two and then there's just none others. It's like, huh. Why? Like, how do I get cooldown before I get to that? That's gonna be the question. That was a mistake. Do I have wings? I do not. Just like that. Shoot. Fighting one of my keyboard keys is caps is loose, so I'm fighting with that and messing up the rest of my controls while I'm doing it. Basically just sabotaging myself. That and second guessing my air control while doing that. Does this drop us right into the end? Oh, there's kind of like a I could probably ride that ceiling ramp down into it. Yeah, see, look, there's some on-track hazards right at the end there. Yeah, there are some things that feel weird about it now in the second playthrough still, but I think it's a pretty decent track and it feels reasonably varied. So let's see, Track Mogrify, Rainbow Marathon, Storm Owl, Hard Rise. Question mark? Oh no, that's the game asked. Question mark. Did I want to continue to? Oh, it's a question mark. Is that sequence of words a question? Okay. Like, some of the environment doesn't strike me as entirely Track Mogrify, but oh, the colors changing to rainbow, right? The rainbow modifier. Yeah, it's definitely Track Mogrify. It feels a little better and interesting, like, environment-wise than most Track Mogrify tracks end up being, but I can still see that in it. Oh, I did not realize that was a laser. I couldn't properly see it. Visuals are a little much for actually seeing the hazards I'm dodging, but again, Track Mogrify, so it's scripted design philosophies, it's algorithmic graded, so it's not like feedback on the actual design principles and shit actually matter. Other than I would say is actual level experience, this is probably one of the better track modified ones. Lightning, I could do it a little less of that and toning it down. Everything else is like, you know what? It's not bad. Actually, oh god. Right when I'm about to compliment it and be like, yeah, it's kind of decent. Throw shit like that at me. Of course. I'm like, I actually kind of like this one, but it's still a track modified track. Oh my god, I don't know, man. I just don't. Oh, excuse me. I just don't know. That was the track modified. That's an interesting thumbnail. Oh, excuse me. Another by Sinister Sama. The name looks small, so I think it's another track modified, but I'm gonna play it. Fast Black Marathon Forest something advanced ultra snaky. So I did say I was gonna get something in a few days. Well, never mind. I did a thing. Now there's medals to collect. Oh, so maybe these are touched up or modified? Hold on, let me check the description of the other one on the full thing. That was Series 1, Rainbow Marathon Storm. Yeah. It was my first real contribution to distance. As a celebration of finally being able to do things, I decided to start a series of track modified tracks that I've raced first and give you all. Are your best times to make this a thing. More in a few days for series number 1. Okay, so they're starting up a thing. You know what? That's cool. It's not clear if they actually touched up this track at all, so let me see the description for the one I am on now. What the heck is it called? Wait, oh, there it is. Track modified series 1. Fast Black Marathon Forest Advanced Ultra Snaky. Never mind, I did a thing and now there's medals to collect. Okay, I think they just enabled medals on it. Also, I took your wings. Boo. Yeah, this is just mess with the settings. You have no wings and probably medals on it, which, you know what, that's cool. Like, having medals on track modified track is not bad, especially if it's one of the better ones. I did like their choice on the previous track. You know what, I was like, you know what, if you're gonna upload track modified tracks to Workshop, you know what, is one of the better ones to do. And adding medals to them is kind of a cool addition, since even if you share track modified seeds, that's not a feature you can get from it. So there's some value in stuff like this on the Workshop. So far, so good. This, like, you know what? Yeah, this just seemed like one of the better track modified tracks, much like the last one. Though the environment is much more obviously standard track modified nonsense than the previous one. I guess just the way the other one was set up, it kind of hid that more. It wasn't as blatant as the flying forest over here. Oh, jeez, why is that? That's so weird. Angle's track on that is actually making that tricky for me to stay away from this for some reason, or to judge my angle properly. Oh, I almost ran directly into that saw blade. I was like, oh no. I genuinely thought I was going to die there. Yeah, like I said, this is one of the better track modified tracks. It's still a track. That was a diamond? That doesn't feel right. It looked like some of the metals were really close together on that bar. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'm gonna say these, I like that metals are added. I think they could be calibrated much better, though. I don't feel like that was deserving. Well, maybe barely a diamond, but it felt like it was saying, yeah, easy, ridiculously good. I was like, yeah, that doesn't feel like I did that good. Yeah, I'm neutral on this one. I'm like, it's not bad, but I don't know that I'm going to be recommending it to people or anything in its current state. That has been doing some stuff lately. Cloud9 / Vapor City. Alright. Oh, long weapon hats. Yeah, I think we can get through all these. But don't waste too much time. Party music! Anyone who remembers what this track is from has my undying respect. Good icon. The name definitely sounds like some kind of video gamey thing, but I'm like, can't actually say it sounds like. It vaguely sounds familiar, but I think it's more of a, yeah, that sounds like a thing that was a track in a game. It's like, it sounds like it would be a thing. I don't think I actually recognize it. Heck is this massive particle effect up here? Okay, this is kind of cool when you're driving through it. Maybe a little too harsh on the white, but it looked like a mess of nonsense from the outside. Driving through it, it's like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Giant face. I think I am overshooting the track by a bit where I'm intended to land. There's something about this that feels vaguely familiar, but again, I'm not convinced that I'm actually recognizing something I've seen before here. Back down the road so I can actually see where I'm going. This music is always fun too, and I feel like it actually goes decently well with this track. Do we have wings in this? Let's check. Do not. We have jump, but no wings. Alright. Okay, that part of the track design feels really familiar, but it's familiar from another distance map that was a recreation from another game. So, like, I'm pretty sure I would have heard the name of this game, but I could not tell you off the top of my head, that's for sure. I would have to go look it up. Silver. Yeah, that feels fair. Give it another run through. It's only 2-minute level. Would I recommend this? I think I would. There are some things that feel off or not so great, but I think it's mostly fine. I don't think the negatives are that big of a deal. It is kind of cool and nicely themed. Excuse me. Even if it's a recreation from a game, like, it's fun. It's like, that's not necessarily a bad thing if it's done well, right? Sure, it's not as cool as a totally original creation, but not everything has to be 100% new. The ground down below is a little bit bland. Could use a little spicing up down there, but the rest of the scenery I think is pretty good. Although maybe that's literally a carryover from the source material. Could be. I've seen older games that had stuff like that just because, you know, hardware limitations. It's like, why would we put a lot of detail down there when you're never going to be anywhere near it? It's not a focal point either of the visuals. Probably do some skip there, but I'm not gonna try and optimize gold this right now. Tempted to try it on here, but no. Take it easy and have a good time. This way this time. Looks the same. got me the gold. All right. Yeah, I think I know. Canyons. Okay, Bolton. And here is the D2 sector. What's going on? Oh, is this part of their, like, level series thing? I mean, I will concur with the sentiment of what's going on here, because I'm like, it's really hard to follow this chain of whatever this series is supposed to be. Okay, I don't have, look at this, I don't have my maneuvering thrusters. I do have jump. I don't have wings. I just have boost and jump. I like that faint flickering light. That's actually a nice touch. Oh. Okay. Something interesting going on here. That was a boost zone, alright. Or at least it felt like it boosted me. So I like that. So, oh, what? Okay, what do these do if I drive it? Okay, they kill me. Fair enough. Oh, it's like, let's find out. Question answered. This level certainly has me intrigued, I'll say that. It was not clear where the kill zone that I needed to jump over that was. I see there's water here, but it felt like that killed me way before that. And I am not particularly okay with that. But anyways, like the subtle lighting and stuff I think are nice visual touches that it'd be easy to overdo stuff like that. Like, make it too bright where it just looks weird. I liked how subtle that was. I thought it was done nicely. It's interesting looking on uranium. The station is alive. What does that mean? Still jump on my boost is gone. Okay, this definitely seems to be more like story stuff.
Successfully stabilized within quarantine boundaries.
I'm wondering if any of the text there was relevant. I don't particularly want to stop to read it, and now we're able to go again. I'm not sure I feel about the pacing of that. Excuse me, I am trying to go through the no entry area. Would you kindly stop taking my picture? I'm going to drive this way until I hit a dead-end wall and explode. Wait. Back actually? We have unlimited boost? Oh. Okay. There's the door I'm no longer allowed to pass. Fair enough. Alright, fine. I feel like you could have cut me off a little bit sooner, but you know what? Fine. I did put myself out there very deliberately. Maneuvering thrusters, but I know why you didn't, cause infinite boost, which doesn't feel great, honestly. And now this part, we're just kind of driving through a big empty, it's like, yeah, we got this kind of like city thing. It's like, yeah, that's kind of neat, but it's not neat enough for me to want to drive around here for a good 30 seconds or so. This feels too long and drawn out, and it's just a whole bunch of, are we there yet? That's how I'm feeling about this part. I didn't feel that way about the beginning level. I thought the beginning level was actually kind of cool. And it was keeping my interest. And that's a weak note to end on. Maybe interesting for like a campaign progression. There could be something there in context, but as a standalone level, that's like I want to go back to the beginning again because I was like, yeah, this was kind of actually neat thematically. Yeah, we get the very faint green lights. Everything's very gray and stone, and I don't know what the deal with that glowing box is. That looks really out of place. Maybe that's, look at this big ass tower. Like, yeah, there's a lot I really like about this thematically. We got this brief glimpse into. Does that ship take off, or what's going on with this ship also? It's kind of weird. Some flyby that I can see that shoots the purple shit. No, it just kind of gets shot from. Oh, they're cannons. I was like, is it the ship? Does the ship take off? That's a cool detail, but it's like, we never get to see those if you're just playing the level. I'm like, huh. That's kind of like wasted potential there. Like, I mean, I don't know how you really show those off properly with the setup, but it's like, yeah, you want to be able to see stuff like that. That makes the level so much cooler and interesting. Now, granted, this part doesn't necessarily need it, but the weird purple cloud cannon things do feel a little, what the hell? Where that kid just came out of nowhere? It feels random, and again, that water kills me too early, which I don't like. Yeah, this whole section is like almost really cool. It is really cool. There's some weird and awkward things to it, but the most I jumped too late. Do not like that aspect of this. Yeah, like there's so much visual interest and a lot of variety and cool stuff going on. And then the end, it just kind of like stops. It's like, oh, here's boring ass empty room with slight amount of city around the side. You've seen way cooler stuff before, and now it's all gone. It's like, yeah, the beginning is actually really good. I like really strong theming, so even this looks cool. It's like, it might be fine to shut off boosters just there and get it back as like kind of like a quarantine zone, or you're walking through some weird shit that like overrides it feels.
Life support
5 days ago.
successfully
Yeah, it seems like there might be something interesting written there, but it's going too fast and that resets. I'm like, I am not gonna sit here and try to read that. Like, come on.
Life support systems have been.
It's like, yeah, that's supposed to be like a scripted story section, but it's like, it doesn't really work very well for me. And then we get a bit of this underground city, which is cool. Problem is, this part feels almost the same as that, but just bigger and more open. I guess the buildings in the middle have a bit of a visual interest. But this part drags on way too long. There's not enough going on here. It's very basic looking, like... That's not bad, but the problem is we just spend way too much time here. And after everything else, how cool and interesting the beginning of the level was, this is just like, all right, where's the cool shit again? It's like we're ending on a low note, and that's not the way you want to go, man. Unfortunate. It was almost a cool level just because like the theming was really strong and well done, but fell apart. And again, I would really be better if you didn't have infinite boost and stuff. It just gave us a little bit more to play with. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's see The Nothing by Creeper's Rock. What's the description? The Nothing is a reality where Chrome consumes everything. Why? Why does the Nothing have to do... What does it have to do with Chrome? What? I am confused. It's a cool name, and I like cool Chrome theming. Like, it looks so cool, but why is it called The Nothing? I don't understand. Yeah, really, actually, this is cool. Just the name, combined with the theme, I'm like, huh? But why? How? These are really cool looking, like, down points too. Like the exterior of them. The particle effect inside of them is a little, it seems a little basic and flat kind of visually, but the outer ends of them, I was like, whoa, that's some cool shit. Oh wow. And the particle is kind of hiding that hazard there. You see it when you know what you're looking for, but it's very easy to miss that. Big loop. Yeah, I like the super chrome metallic look of everything. We're going down this way, I think. Yes, because that's where the cooldown point is. There's a ramp here. Ah, What? Game? Don't you go telling me that wasn't a barrel roll. Big chrome vortex thing. It's like, excuse me, sir. I believe I did a barrel roll. It's like, no, you didn't. Like, oh shit. Oh, huh. That's cool. I didn't expect that thing to actually try to pick me up. And it's actually clearly indicated by the particle effect, because I saw that particle effect. I was like, cool particle effect. I just drove into it. I didn't expect it to actually yoink me up. Like, oh god, that one feels weird. I guess it's not super clear where exactly the field is that pulls me up, but still, like, there is an indicator. Okay, I can weave through that. It felt like I needed to be further out. And that is the incorrect side of that hazard to go around. I saw the saw blade. I'm like, maybe I can swerve. It's like, no, why did I do that? I saw that coming from so far away, and I still drove right into it. Why does it feel like I've been here before? I don't think it is the same place. It just feels like it. I've seen that, like, same setup earlier. I'm curious. No, those other ones don't have triggers. I feel like some of those in the air section should have more stones to try and pull you in. Going into it? Ah. That's cool, but also weird and not very clear. I feel like that's an idea that was really good on paper, but doesn't quite work at the end. I want to play this again. I feel like that vortex pickup into the end needs a little something to feel right, because it just feels weird. Like it was one of those things where it's like, that was a cool idea, but there's no setup for it. And it feels counter to the other stuff we've seen in the level where you're avoiding those. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can go through the other ones. I'm curious what happens if I get fully picked up by one. Try and see if I can fly through one if I find a checkpoint right near it. Yeah, beaming the visuals on this are quite nice. I'm into this. Like I said, there are some things that are a little funky, but it's far more good than questionable. I wouldn't even call like the bad things that bad. It's more like a little bit of questionable. Try to yoink me off the road. Okay, let's test it with this one because it's right after a checkpoint. Take me away. Okay. Alright, you know what? I guess if you get pulled, the fact that they're all intangible, you can drive through them is... At least that element is consistent. I can approve of that, but again, they're hazards that you're genuinely trying to avoid, so having one that you go into at the end is odd to say the least. Even though I know there are a bunch of signs pointing to it, it's like, okay, but why this one? Like, I don't know, but it feels like it needs something. Like, there's some way to make that feel a lot better. Uh-oh. I thought I was gonna be too low and get murdered by that. Okay, they do have some kind of force zone stuff going on inside of them, it seems like. Not sure exactly what was going on there because my wings didn't let it really do its thing, but... Yeah, I think this level is definitely a lot more, like I said, it's good and there's some questionable elements to it. But it's mostly good. I like it. It's really cool. It's cool looking. It's got some neat stuff going for it. I'm not sure if Sprawl is actually one of the ones. So let's all just go back to the menu. It probably is, but yeah. So Sprawl and then Halloween Darkness. Alright. A backgrounds map. Feels like it's been a while since I've seen one of these. Like I must have played some background stuff the last few weeks, but ooh. Cinematic opener. A little bit of frame rate loss. Actually, it's, whoa, more than just a little bit. Oh, what the hell? It feels really off. Like, is this road like really narrow, or I can't tell because the frame rate is making it hard to tell if it's actually as bad as I think it is, or if that's just actually because of the frame rate. I think it was more the frame rate causing me to be. Oh God. I feel like a lot of this would feel and look way cooler if my frames weren't choppy as hell right now. Granted, this is not the worst thing ever. Like, this is still playable, but it's not good. Oh. Man, there's some cool stuff going on here. Granted, that's to be expected in backgrounds. Like, backgrounds does very good stuff, but use some optimization on the frame rate, that's for sure. Performance leaves something to be desired. You know what? I'm just gonna drive around the oh God. Like, I'm just gonna drive around the outside of these and oh God, the road's hooking on me. Again, the visuals of this are pretty top notch. Oh God, damn it. Ah, I jumped late. Got wings instead. But I expect good quality work for backgrounds because Speed does good quality work. Almost all the time, and I think this one is almost there. It's just the performance. Oh God. Okay, that's what we're doing. All right. Oh geez, that was a cool effect though. Huh. Okay, this is pretty rad. I like this. Is this actually the end or okay? I was like, how long does this go? I don't know if I can rate it because of the frame rate though. It gets better towards the end, which is a little weird. I'm curious if this one would run fine if I weren't streaming and stuff. 'Cause that does affect performance. But I mean, I can't like rate it and treat it like it's fine when it's not, so I'll have to try it again on my own time and hopefully it works better for most people. Like, it's not too bad. Like I said before, it's not terrible or unplayable, but it's not good. It does not feel nice. Or it did not feel nice to me. What was this one called again? Halloween Darkness. New level of the Total Darkness level. This one is Halloween theme for October. Yay! Spooky time. Oh God, that's Invisible Road. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so we have all the clouds for invisible roadways. That's kind of a neat gimmick, because they're not making it too crazy to follow. Oh, teleport? Okay. Ooh, I like that silhouetted background like that. So there's the problem with doing invisible roadways like that I see something like this, I can't see clearly, I'm like, oh, I'll just drive on it, it's road, right? And it's like, nope. Oh God. Those pumpkins are not the type I can smash. So it's like we're having a little bit of conflicting hazard types. Where it's like one type makes you think I want to do one thing, and then there's another that's kind of similar that's like, nope, you actually do the opposite now. Which I'm not too fond of, but don't think that's the worst thing ever. I feel like this is cool, but I feel like the tops of the trees are just like cut off. Like there isn't, like I feel like there should be leaves or something above me there. Oh. Focusing really hard to watch out for where the road ends. I wanted to say there's a bat swarm coming up, but no, it's leaves. Another tree section. Almost feels like I just did this. It's like I looped somehow, kind of. And another gate. Will this teleport again to another different lead? Okay. Alright, we're going back to the total darkness. Alright. The abyss area. Okay. Okay, so this area has the invisible smoke roads. Gotcha. We got some consistency here, so that's good. If this was gonna make me jump, then I was gonna. Okay, we got some problems here. Uh-oh. Oh, Snakey. I was like, okay, interesting end with it going to pure red. I kind of like the way that looked. I was like, I felt like I could use something else, but it looked neat. But I like the teleport into this spooky red area with the haunted mansion. Nice. I'm curious if I missed something when I heard that sound effect trigger since I was below the road. Like, did something happen that I didn't get to see? I didn't expect to have to do a grub fly thing since there was absolutely none of that before. Uh-oh. So that's something I am going to take issue with. The fact that we had wings and like easy jumps before, and now you're like, okay, but now you have a jump that you basically have to grip fly for. Okay, no, that's not the answer. Not the way I did it anyways. Okay, I see. Jeez. Probably go to the high side again. So like this part, I guess there's a high and a low side you can get to, but you can't see it. You can't see which side to aim for because of the, oh gosh darn it. Because of the thingy at the end of the road that you have to jump over. Wait. Did the road swoop? I feel like something happened there, but I'm not sure if I'm just imagining it or not because of the darkness. Like, what was that? Was that actually a thing, or did it just... Yeah, see this, because like, I can't see the webs from a distance. Until I'm in midair, so I'm like... Okay, now we... That's kind of a fun, trippy end. I feel like I should play this again, but I actually kind of don't want to. Which is... I think it's more just I feel like the level's too tedious and long, not because I feel like it's bad, and I'm kind of tired because it's much later than I usually go for, but... let me see if this... I think this is the last one, isn't it? If it is... Yeah, I'll give it one more playthrough, or I feel like I need to. I am gonna end after this because it's late and shit. We got caught up and I got other things to do, so I don't really want to be doing flight control or stuff right now. Air control, I mean. Yeah, I'm tired. Well, let's see what this feels like on a second playthrough. I do like these gates being portals like that. I actually like that transition. And the way they use these silhouettes in the background, like visually, this level's doing a lot right. I need to jump there. I thought we were going airborne already. Getting ahead of myself. Oh gosh darn it. Oh, I can salvage this. I can salvage this. So the street lamps are always above those rollers. Need to keep that in mind. So they're not a great telegraph, but they are something. They're there. You can use those. Oh gosh darn it. They do work as a point of reference. Oh, gosh darn it. It's not great, but I think I'm still okay. Yeah, I'm still okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that before I get myself into trouble. Back into the blackness. Yeah, I like the black smoke into the transition behind the gate. I like the way that works. This part honestly almost feels too slow and easy, like it's dull after having so many hazards to avoid. Now we just do invisible roads. It's like there's nothing else to worry about. Other than very, very rare tombstones. I feel like there should be a little bit more going on here. I mean, maybe not in this section exactly leading up to the spooky fake end zone. I think that's actually going to be a little slower paced, but that whole section is like dark segment in general. I feel like something should be happening with that sound effect, but I don't see anything happening. I thought maybe the roadway came up from below, but no, I think it's just the darkness. I was just imagining it that one time. I know how this section works. It's not so bad. That one still feels awkward and weird. I don't care for that too much. I don't know, maybe it's supposed to make you think you're doing the same section again, because it does kind of feel like that. I think last time I did think I went through that again. Oh, damn it. Yeah, see, I don't like that because you can't see the orientation of it. Like, the fences aren't a clear enough indicator, and we can't oh, are they actually moving? Oh, that makes it even worse. So you can't see it ahead of time over this little, like, this little guard. I can't think of a good word for that thing that you have to jump over there. Essentially, I don't like that is what it comes down to, though. It feels bad. That's like the one big thing I dislike about this. Everything else I think is pretty nice. So yeah, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Yeah. Too bad just a support medal, so. Alright, and that's everything and caught back up. So I'm gonna call this one early. And thanks for stopping by, hanging out, watching after the fact, whatnot. And I'm gonna get out of here. You guys had a good one, and catch you next time. What is it?